Hello everyone, my name is Peace, and in today's video we will explore automating smart contracts using OpenZeppelin Defender. So a common issue with smart contracts is the inability to self-initiate without an external trigger. So when developing projects, we often need smart contracts to execute tasks at regular intervals. Another motivation for automating smart contracts is the need to distribute periodic rewards, such as airdrops. So, for instance, if an airdrop contract needs to send rewards to various recipients every 10 minutes, we will typically write the off-chain logic and handle the heavy lifting ourselves. So, however, with OpenZeppelin Defender, we can automate the process seamlessly. I hope you understand. So now let's sign up on the OpenZeppelin Defender website. So to get started, you will need to sign up on the OpenZeppelin Defender website. I will include a link in the description below. If you are new, click on the sign up button. But since I already have an account, I'll have to skip that step. But if you have your own personal account, just enter your email and your password, then click sign in. So after logging in, you'll be greeted with the following screen. Yes. So now let's talk about how to add a relay. The first step we'll take is adding a relay. And when we talk about a relay serves as an account from which we will perform transactions. And for instance, we can use it to call a smart contract method, or we can call it a smart contract method. So to create a relay, simply navigate to the sidebar and click on Add your first relay. So you can name it something like Sample Relay and choose the network you want to use. In this case, I'll be using Celo Affairs, and which is also our Celo testnet. So next thing I will do is to click on Create. So to create a new account, you will see the account information there. Just click on the copy icon to copy the address. So once you are done, the next step is to visit the Celo faucet and claim Celo test funds. Okay, now let's claim our funds from Celo faucet. So now that we are on the Celo faucet, the next step is to paste the address of our relayer. So to proceed, just click on faucets. Can you see it? Okay, this action will send some Celo to the relayer, and it will enable us to pay for the gas fee required to perform transactions periodically. Okay, so once this is complete, let's return to the OpenZeppelin website. So if you click on refresh balance, you should see a balance of 0.5 Celo. Okay, this means that 0.5 Celo has been sent from the faucet to the relayer. I hope you understand. Okay, so now let's move to how to deploy a sample ERC20 token. So our next step is to deploy the smart contracts we want to automate. And in this case, I'll be using Remix IDE. So we will deploy a simple ERC20 token smart contract and automate it using OpenZeppelin Defender auto task. Okay, so we will deploy a simple ERC20 token smart contract. Then we will automate it using OpenZeppelin Defender auto task, so that every minute 100 tokens will be minted and sent to a specific account. So this technique can be used for airdrops or other purposes. Okay, I have Remix IDE opened, and we will navigate to the contract tab. to view the prepared ERC20 token for this tutorial. So one important aspect of the smart contract is that only the owner can call it the mint method. So now we will compile the smart contract. As you can see it here, it has been compiled. Yes, it has been compiled successfully. So next thing to do is to go to the deploy tab and deploy the smart contract. So you'll be prompted to confirm the transaction. So after confirming the transaction, you will see the token contract address. Just ensure that you are on the Celo testnet as shown here with a chain ID of 44787. So now let's create an auto task. Okay, let's return to the OpenZeppelin Defender page to set up the basics. So back on the Defender page, just navigate to auto task, then click add your first auto task. Then after that, we will name it sample auto task and set the schedule to run every minute. Although you can use a cron job for scheduling. Yeah, so we will use the time band option for this tutorial. You know, it's simpler and more straightforward that way. So once we are done with that, just select your sample relayer. Okay, the next thing is to configure the auto task code. So it is time for us to configure our code. And if you want to confirm your code, you can use web3.js or etas.js to write the code. I hope you are following. Okay, so we have some examples available on OpenZeppelin website, but I've prepared a simple code snippet. Let me just paste it here and explain the code. Alright, this will replace the default code with the code for this tutorial. So this is where we will paste our address. This is where we'll paste address of the contract to automate. And this can be obtained from Remix IDE. Okay, before adding the ABI, let me show you the method we want to call every minute. So we will mint 100 tokens to a specific address. Yes, you will see that the token amount is converted to WAY and the recipient address is specified. Can you see that? Now let's add the ABI. So since we are only calling the mint method, we can add only the ABI and exclude the rest. So let's go back to Remix. We are going to copy the ABI. Then after that, create a new JSON file. And paste the code. So since we only need the save mint portion, you can just copy it and ignore the rest. So in the OpenZeppelin Defender, let's paste our ABI. Wow. We are good to go. Yes. Okay, but remember that only the owner can call it the safe mint function, and our relayer isn't the owner of the smart contract. So we need to find a way to grant ownership to the relayer. So to grant ownership to our relayer, just copy the relayer address and return to the remix ID. After that, let's transfer ownership to the relayer using the transfer ownership function. Then verify the change. Check the owner of the contract. Now, click Create to set up the auto task. Once you are done setting up your auto task, we need to verify the auto task. So we can see that our sample auto task is running and the next execution is scheduled in 1 minute. So let's trigger our auto task to run manually. This might actually take a few minutes. Yes, you can see that it was successful. Now, every minute 100 token will be minted. So we can also confirm that the setup is working by checking the balance of the recipient's address. Yes. So in Remix IDE, you will see that the balance is 400 token. Okay. So if you wait for another minute, the balance will increase. And this process will continue every minute. Okay, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching our video, and I hope to see you in our next lesson.